Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to WrestleSlam, sponsored underneath Sports Matters TV. It is myself, Matt. What can I say? I'm hosting the duties. Let's hope this is going to go well. And we got the man, the myth, the legend, the sexy beast himself, front or behind the camera. He is Mr. Phil Conley. How are you doing, sir?
All good. Back from a busy weekend, but all good.
Yeah, yeah. It's everyone's saying, "How was your weekend?" and everything like that. But if you're an Irish wrestling fan based in Cork, you probably have a busy weekend. But yourself and Jerry had a pretty decent weekend, if you want to say so yourselves.
Doing some media Clash of the Castle was quite fun. Um, we've met a good few superstars, did a lot of interviews, are awake super early every day, and now we're just tired. And unfortunately, Jerry can't make the show because he's also away again. Uh,
Yeah, he's over on the way. So yeah, our own Jerry is escaped. He is on holidays all the way over in Amsterdam. So he will be back with us momentarily. But at the moment, let's just leave him be, relaxing, everything else like that. But no, like, yeah, so what was it like for media wise and like actually meeting up superstars, the Drew McIntyre, Bailey, Bianca Belair?
there's so much there. There's AJ Styles. We were supposed to interview Jade as well, but apparently Jade lost her ring gear. Um,
Oh shit.
and I guess WWE didn't want her doing an interview without her ring gear on her. But apparently Bianca and Bailey made new gear for her
Hmm.
for the show.
Really?
Yeah, because she had no ring gear, so her ring gear never showed up when she got to the country.
Oh God.
So that was quite interesting. But it was way more chilled media than normal. It was much more relaxed. I know there was time constraints and there was still always going to be, but this just felt not as chaotic as Money in the Bank that we went to last year, which was nuts.
Yeah, you were telling me about this nuts one, like
Yeah, I
it
like
was,
there was probably three times the amount of media at that one, at the Money in the
yeah.
Bank. I guess it is bigger. It's in London. It's more hyped and stuff like that. But this just was nice, and we pretty much got to interview them all, and we were happy with what we got.
Yeah,
And we went to SmackDown Friday night, um, which was pretty cool, and then back home for RCW Saturday night. Um,
yeah.
so it
The
was a
better,
long few days.
yeah. And the real question is, you got sleep in, yeah, because
I
that was
did, but
like,
it was tough.
yeah. But look, you don't look at that. Look at that. You're rocking the hair still, everything else. Like, what can you say?
Yeah.
So,
No,
look,
but it was
but
it was it was always good. Like this is my second time I've ever been in Glasgow, and you've been there a good few times.
in
Um,
the few
it's a
times,
beautiful
yeah,
place. I actually got to try a Mars bar, fried Mars bar.
yeah. What was it like? Because here's the thing, I've been over in Scotland a few times, and I never had a fried Mars bar. Is
Best
that
thing I can say it's like a pancake.
like a
Um,
pancake?
it's basically batter, so it's basically a pancake wrapped in chocolate.
You know what? That's encouraging me to actually try one now,
It's
Phil. I'm
quite
actually
nice.
going.
It's
Yeah,
quite nice.
I'll be going to the Fringe Festival in August, so that's the first thing I'm gonna
Yeah,
try.
Blue Lagoon is where you need to go.
Blue Lagoon. I know Blue Lagoon. I think I've walked past that so many times.
Yeah.
But you go to catch a gig in King Tut's at least.
No, I actually didn't.
Oh, okay, they're great into rock and roll history, but history was made over this weekend with a certain event called WWE
Yeah.
Clash of the Castle. So of course you came down to Cork to see a better wrestling show, mind I say, in RCW. We'll go over RCW in a bit, but we're gonna run past Clash of the Castle that was on in, like you said, in Glasgow, Scotland.
Yeah.
I think Jerry said this idea to Bianca Belair. Probably we have castles in Ireland.
Mm. Hopefully one
For a bit of
day we will get Clash at the Castle in Dublin, or even better down here in Cork.
even better in Cork. Like, come on, Triple H, you know, in Cork City, we actually have a hardcore wrestling base down here. Look up, we have more, we have more castles in this county than Dublin, if you're going to be honest at this point. if you know that was. But yeah, and also it'll save us a trip. So that's my one main thing. But yeah, Clash of the Castle, we're gonna go through the results. First match is Cody Rhodes taking on AJ Styles in an I Quit match. And Cody Rhodes, of course, retained his WWE Undisputed title. Phil, what's your thoughts on this match?
It was weird that it went on first, but I can see why because I think they were trying to space things out. But people were absolutely raging at the finish. Wasn't this the same ending of Christian and Edge?
Yeah, it was with when Edge pulled out Spike, and
Yeah,
I think it was that. Yeah, so
but
I think
AJ looked ridiculous.
yeah, that's similar to John Cena and JBL. Remember when he was going to toss the pipe at JBL and JBL instantly quit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was
made
weak.
AJ.
It was weak.
Yeah, it made AJ Styles look weak, like you said, and I'm gonna say I really hope that done with this rivalry at the moment.
It looks like it from what we saw at the end of it. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what they can do. Are they gonna have AJ just like come back, but like, oh no, I deserve to have a rematch, but it's like, no, you quit, boy. This is gonna be over your head.
I think
Um,
from what I was looking at, I think he's going to be on a small break. Um,
AJ.
AJ Styles because he's going to Noah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
I just saw. Yeah,
yeah. So he's going to be going there for a little bit. I think a break might do him good.
yeah. I mean, he's been doing it so long, and gonna be honest, I'm on the bandwagon when we say he's like fine wine. He's gonna keep getting better and better. I think,
Yeah.
Philly.
And
And you
then
can say that
at the end of the match, then we had Randy Orton make the save, but he was looking at that belt.
he was he pulling a Batista at that one? Sneakily,
Yeah,
he's looking at the title. Yeah, we said this for so long. Randy versus Cody at
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you think they're gonna build this?
Um, Randy's going to turn heel, obviously.
Hmm.
I don't know when though. I'm just, I'm very weary that we're going to see a six-man tag at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, when I actually said this to you because I was keeping you posted while I was watching Clash of the Castle, and you said, "Oh, this is gonna be a match at SummerSlam," and you said Money in the Bank. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot Money in the Bank."
Yeah,
That's July.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's gonna be a good build up. It's can't see they can do a six-man tag, Bloodline taking on KO, Randy Orton, and Cody, but looks like they might go
I
ahead
think
and have.
that match is going to happen either way. I don't know where, but
Mm,
I
mm.
wouldn't surprise me if it was Money in the Bank because Money in the Bank is stacked with these ladder matches and they can get away with it.
Yeah. And Money in the Bank is probably one of the best pay-per-views in WWE at the moment. Like,
And also as well, they can turn Randy Orton heel as well in yeah on that show.
yeah. And Randy loves being a heel. We all know that now at this point.
He's better as a heel.
Yeah, way
And
better. Whenever I see
Kevin Owens is another one that's in desperate need of a change.
you think so, yeah.
I think he's been stale for so long. It's a
Yeah,
difficult one. I know we can get bogged down with this, and I don't want to be talking about this now because we are on a timer. Um,
yeah.
but
I would love
no,
to
it's
see.
just I think he needs a change, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, because I love Kevin Owens, always have loved Kevin Owens, but he's like Randy. I think he's a good face, but I think when he's a heel, he can get himself going. Like,
Yeah.
but next match we had the women's tag team titles, and the Unholy Union won the women's tag belts from Brianna Belair, Jade Cargill, and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. To be honest, it makes sense.
Yeah.
We had two local Scottish wrestlers losing later on in the match. So it's nice to see Union winning this one. What do you think, Phil, of this match?
Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised. I liked that they won. Um,
Hmm.
this match exposed Jade Cargill big time. Um, I was talking to my brother about this, and I think we were saying she probably needs to go away for 6 months. Um, and I'm not criticizing or anything. She needs to tighten things because there was one point she slipped off the top ropes.
Yeah.
Didn't look good. And there was another point where she tapped out, which was really strange.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. And this is what I was worried about. Even though that Triple H is the man in control, seeing Jay Cargill, we were thinking about the possibilities. We were actually when we saw her actually come to the Royal Rumble, we were actually pitching ideas of what makes her big in WWE. So
Yeah,
I'm really hoping that they won't lose her track and all this at
yeah.
this point.
I think she needs to take 6 months to reassure her movesets. Maybe bring her back Royal Rumble time. Um, it just it doesn't benefit her because there's people talking a lot of stuff about her that's nasty. Um,
Yeah,
on Twitter. And as well, it's not really her fault because she's been training her ass off for the last 8 months. Um, it's just unfortunate because it just happened in a big profile match.
yeah.
Um,
And this is a match.
it's a horrible thing to happen. Like it could happen to anyone, but she had two or three things. Didn't she have something as well happen in the last match you fought at Backlash?
Yeah, I think she actually fell from the top rope at one point.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that
but
happened.
there was something where she had someone up over her shoulders like this, and I think they slipped or something at
Yeah, I
Backlash.
think either they slipped or she slipped, and that
Yeah.
kind of like tossed off.
Like
But
I think she has star potential. I think she's brilliant. She really is good. I just think she needs
yeah,
to fine tune things and
yeah.
get more ring. What's the word I'm looking for? Ring
Ring person,
awareness.
well,
Oh,
yeah.
we have a guest joining us.
Oh wait, some message coming in.
Yeah,
Is it
someone's knocking on the door.
outside interference? What is this? Is that Mr. Perfect himself? Oh, I think it's just that again.
I'm here. Am I here?
Yeah.
Interference.
We're being taken
What's
over.
happening, boys?
What's the
What's
crack?
happening, ladies and gentlemen? Give it up for our special guest, Mr. Blue Tick himself, Mr. Rare Murphy.
Thank you for having me back. How's the form? Are you well, lads?
Oh, good.
We are just actually talking about Clash of the Castle, this independent show called WWE. We're just
Oh yes, I've heard of them. Tiny company, tiny company. I heard they were in Scotland for some reason.
yeah, they're trying way too hard to be RCW, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly, man. That show, RCW, holy shit! My first ever indie show is incredible. Where were we on Clash of the Castle?
We were just wrapping up on the women's tag belt, Unholy Union winning the tag belt. So congratulations to them. They actually deserved it. Great hometown win.
Super nice girls as well. We
Yeah,
got
you had a
we
chance.
got to meet them, yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. That's how to be a great wrestler. Be sound to the WrestleSlam team, and you're golden. Anyway, but
Exactly.
next match we'll talk about real quick because unfortunately we are on a timer for this one. Is Sami Zayn defeated Chad Gable for the Intercontinental title? Yeah, with that rival's done. Unfortunately, what do you think, lads?
Great storytelling in this match. This match was probably match of the night.
Yeah,
Love the Otis stuff. I love them trying to interfere and not helping him win. I just love storytelling in wrestling. It's just perfect.
yeah. I feel like they pull like an MJF and Warlow from AEW kind of thing, as in not Russia straight away. They're just making it
Because
more.
I saw online that people were raging about this match. This is the worst match I've ever seen because Chad Gable didn't win.
No, not in fact. This made Chad Gable actually more stronger
Yeah,
as a heel. To be
exactly.
honest,
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely. I mean, like, first of all, two fantastic performers in the form of Sami Zayn and Chad Gable. Like, you couldn't have had a better match in terms of the Intercontinental title in your kind of in the current state WWE is in. But like, do people kind of not see that? Like, maybe Zayn winning that gives him a longer title reign because it's like what is this like his second championship?
Yeah. It's like 2 months in as well.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So like he'll get a longer stretch with the belt, but then like Gable not winning sets up what the obvious rivalry that's going to happen between him and Otis. Do you know? I actually wanted to ask you this, lads. Do you remember a couple of years ago at WrestleMania you had the Nia Jackson Alexa Bliss storyline?
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Do you
Yeah.
think maybe that's kind of where this is going to fall? But like Gable's going to be like heel angle when he had the wig. Do you know like he was kind of very funny, like goofy, but like still a tough guy. But then you have Otis, who's just like a built tank, who's just gonna like okay. My whole point is I want to see a recreation of the Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss moment when Alexa tried to go like full tough girl on her, and then there was that roar, and then Alexa let out the big shriek. Do you know what I mean? And then chased her around the ring.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think that would be a fantastic spot, like for their eventual clash, like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That could be an ideal one. It's just like I said, it's like I love how they didn't rush into it. They're gonna let this type of rivalry breathe. We might even see it on Raw that Chad Gable's gonna demand to have another matchup. And I think will it be Nick Mammoth, the general manager, will actually come out and
Adam
just
Pearce.
Adam Pearce. He'll come out and say, "No, you had too many chances already," and he'll blame Otis. And Otis will either snap at him finally or just walk away, and he'll call out Otis, knowing that he's not getting acknowledgement.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and something weird happened, lads. I don't know if it was my TV, but during Sami Zayn's match, there was like static and something saying like a massacre is coming and barcode, kind of something like Wyatt Six related. If anyone saw that?
Yeah.
Mm.
This is going to
Yeah.
be an absolute masterpiece or disaster. There's no in between.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, but
This
Ray
is the
Murphy
worst.
just
This is the worst ever. This is the worst crowd that you could do this in. This is the same
think,
crowd that absolutely destroyed Bray Wyatt when they start chanting Husky Harris at him.
yeah,
Oh, this is the Uncle Howdy stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
I honestly, I think they're kind of just they're holding the debut a bit too long. I think.
Yeah, it's
I
happening
think.
tonight, though. It's happening tonight.
Oh, it's happening tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Great. Because I've been waiting months for this. I've seen
Yeah.
like all these cryptic things and people talking about Uncle Howdy for the longest time. Like, okay, I get it. They were kind of giving enough space between, obviously, the tragic death of Bray Wyatt to then take one of his characters and bring it to life again. But like, I feel like they waited too long. And I don't know, has anyone talked about this yet? But like, Bo Dallas, obviously his early days in NXT, he was fantastic, one of the first NXT champions. But like him ending up on like the kind of, was it the B team with Curtis Axel and all that kind of stuff? It was because he didn't deliver as a wrestler, not so much as like a promo. His promo is probably going to be fantastic. He's probably going to be on the same level as his brother, but like it's the action in ring, I think, is going to be his downfall. Now I'm hoping, holding the debut off so long, that's what they've been working on. Like that they're working on his in-ring ability. But I just honestly, like, I loved Bo Dallas as a promo. I think when he was doing the Bo Leave stuff, I think that was like one of the heights of his career. But in ring, I just didn't think he was that good. And I'm hoping that bringing this gimmick in, trying to fill in his brother's shoes, especially Bray fucking Wyatt, like I hope he can do it. I really do have all the hope in the world that he does.
I actually think he's not going to talk, which is weird. But I think he'll just be standing there in that ridiculous looking mask that they had before.
yeah. Make him look like a 90s version of Kane. Whenever somebody hits him with a steel chair, he just like stands motionless, that type of thing. But
or like Sting watching up in the bleachers.
yeah, I was just gonna say. Then again, Ray Murphy you just pulled like a Wyatt Six moment just a few minutes ago coming in. Static informations. So money. But yeah, that was a possible debut of the Wyatt Six tonight, and Sami Zayn, Chad Gable. Next one we'll power right through was Bailey defeating Piper Niven. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest, this is kind of the weakest match, but my heart broke for Piper Niven on this one. What do you think about this one,
Yeah.
Nathan?
Yeah. The crowd loved Bailey more than Piper Niven.
Oh yeah.
But the Scottish crowd have always loved Bailey over the years. I thought the match was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. Chelsea Green was hilarious though.
Yeah,
it was funny.
yeah. You had a chance to meet Chelsea Green, did you? No.
Yeah, she's a bit mad.
Okay. I thought Billy, you were just gonna say, yeah.
No, she's pretty crazy. I'd say in real life, she's nuts, I think.
Yeah.
It's like he's afraid. It's like she's after telling him something, like whispered something in the ear pre-interview, and now he's just like, "Yeah, no, she's." Yeah.
No, but the thing about her is she's one of the few people, especially nowadays, that just gets what it is. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's not to be taken seriously. Just go out there, have a laugh. And like it's just you don't see it enough.
Of just like wrestlers that knows that they're not being taken
Yeah,
seriously. And then,
she just gets what it is like, and there's not many that can just do that these days. And
Yeah.
her character is really funny, like.
yeah, and during Bailey having his match was like, they didn't really get behind Piper.
No.
It was upsetting to see, but it was like no surprise because, like you said, the UK fans and Scottish they love Bailey. They invented the Bailey chant as well,
Yeah,
I believe.
that was 2016, I think.
Yeah, that carried in.
Yeah.
But it was a decent match. To my opinion, lads, it's probably the weakest one. Ray, your own thoughts real quick.
I only have one thought behind this match, and it's the British Bulldog treatment. I feel like in the pay-per-view in general, they did it twice. There should have been at least one Scottish title change. There should have been one big Scotland victory. And I was hoping it was going to be, because we're going to get to the main event in a while.
Yeah.
And what happened in the main event, I saw coming in the World Heavyweight title match. I saw that coming. So I was like, maybe they'll give her the title and we'll have the hometown hero moment. But I feel like they really bungled on that. Now, it could have been a whole case of like there was a last minute change because maybe they weren't expecting Scotland to be more behind Bailey than Piper. But just given the circumstance, I think it should have happened at least once that night, and it didn't. Do you know?
I think they're building towards a Bailey Nia Jax big fight at SummerSlam.
I think we discussed Nia Jax in the last episode, and I don't understand why she's getting the push she's getting. Like, all right, she's the big woman, and like she was the original big woman for NXT, but like there are so many better big women in the WWE and NXT at the moment, and like it was just that Nia Jax, she became a meme, she left, and now she's going to come back, and if she gets another title reign, fair fucks to her. If she's earned it backstage, fair fucks to her. But like, I just don't think there's any difference between when they fired her to when she came back.
Yeah.
That's a good way to point out because when I feel like they just inserted Piper Nevin like in this match just because you're from Scotland, we're in Scotland might as well. But yeah, they could have done something like Jax for randomly, like you said, Ray. But
they could have is it Chris Ben? Oh Jesus. I nearly said it.
Go on.
As far back as my memory recollects, there was an old wrestler. I can't for the life of me remember his name, but he won the WWF title in the 90s against Triple H. But then the next night, they made it null and void and he had to give the title back.
It's Jericho,
They could have done that. Was it Jericho?
It was Jericho, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the other. There was another Chris. I can't remember his second
name. Oh, it's Jericho. I only watched it recently. I only saw it recently.
Yeah, he had to give up the title because there was like some fucking stupid technicality. Yeah. But like, could they not have done that with Piper last night? Could they not have just like had her have the big like, yeah, Scotland, whoa! And then like the next night have her lose it, do Kofi and Brock Lesnar all over again, like do something like that. Have her get screwed somehow. But I just feel like they missed out on a big pop opportunity. Like,
yeah. The other thing as well, there's way too many face champions.
Yeah.
We need heel champions again.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking about. Was like, we do have Damian Priest, but he's only the one. But speaking of Damian Priest,
is he a heel though? Like, are like the Judgment Day are meant to be heels, but are they heels? They're too loved to be heels. Like,
I love Judgment
they don't
Day.
really get booed.
I love Judgment Day, but they can be here and there. It's like you don't know if they're heel or face and everything else like that. Like look at Rhea Ripley after Elimination Chamber, the massive fan base she's getting. Not a lot of people want to boo her.
But they're meant to be bad guys. They're meant to be booed. I feel like if we can just go back to Chad Gable for a second, like Gable's in the Intercontinental title scene at the moment. Normally, if you're in the Intercontinental title scene, you eventually get moved up into the heavyweight title scene, like the main card or the main event. And I feel like if Gable can hold his stable just a bit longer, for like if they somehow fix things with Otis, or Otis just leaves Alpha Academy and he's just got the two left, that he can take that into the main event scene, win a title, and then you have like a real heel champion. Like, I feel like Gable would make a fantastic heel champion. But sorry, that was just an example for what I think they need for a heel champion. I think Gable would be a fantastic heel champion. But yeah.
Yeah, he's already a meme at this point, you know, looking back. But yeah, that's a good point, Ray. That was, I think, is like good example to get like more heels on board with the titles hold on moment. But when we were talking about Damon Priest facing the poster boy, the big man himself, which is Drew McIntyre, the sexy beast from Glasgow, and he's also Jerry's BFF at this point, if we're just gonna be honest now, Phil. But it was the main event. It was Damon Priest versus Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre came in with the Scottish crowd behind him, with a chant out behind him, everyone on board, ready to win home the WWE World Heavyweight Title, and Damien Priest won because of CM Punk. That's what
there's a
happens.
couple of reasons I think about this one. I think Drew and Punk doesn't need the belt.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
That's
And
just a
also as well,
rivalry.
the belt has to go on Gunter soon.
Yeah, especially when we have WWE in Berlin down the line.
Yeah.
Imagine him winning, like with Imperium behind him, just like crowned, like on top of being King of the Ring. Hopefully he like. Do you notice that Gunter actually hasn't really been acknowledging the whole King of the Ring thing? He's not really wearing the crown or anything like that. Even when he won, he took it backstage and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is nice." Like, I would hope that if he wins the main title in the pay-per-view in Berlin, that someone will take out the crown and crown him, and it'll just like make this kind of pinnacle moment for him.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah, because when we were mentioning about the crown, he was like, you give like a lot of William Regal vibes off him, like he just has
100%.
The throne, and that's about it. But going back about the main event is Punk
predictable finish is what I said.
It was very predictable. I absolutely love the ending, to be honest. Punk coming up.
I think. Sorry, I just want to say, like, Phil, you said a predictable finish, right?
Yeah.
I think the finish being that predictable, that CM Punk was going to interfere, I think that was obvious. But it's the way he did it. I think that's one of those moments that's going to go on like a highlight reel for like just like unexpected moments, like because obviously Punk was going to come and interfere in the match, but I didn't expect like that ref to run in and then just stop. Like, I don't think you that was a whole, like, The Rock being the special guest referee, like 1, 2, it doesn't matter if The Rock counts to 3. He did that with his eyes, just staring into McIntyre's soul. And then he went to a press conference after that, eating donuts, being like, the main thing is when I go home, I'm going to recover and fuck Drew McIntyre up. I think this is going to be one of the best rivalries to happen this year. I think it's going to be something that's going to be unmatched for a few years at least, until, like, I don't know, maybe Cody gets Roman again or something, like, where it becomes properly personal. But, like, I feel like that finish, as you said, was predictable, but I feel like the finish was perfect, especially to do it in Drew McIntyre's home country.
Yeah.
And CM Punk is the only guy that would still get cheered for doing something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was very mixed crowds, as in a lot of people booed Punk, but they don't want to boo him at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, so everyone says that we're gonna see CM Punk turning heel. I would love to see a heel Punk, but I think he just did that just because for this one night only, Drew was the face in his hometown and everything, and Punk was wearing his Celtic jersey, so he knows exactly how to.
Yeah, because McIntyre's a Rangers fan.
Yeah. That was a big one now. And when you mentioned about when he was eating donuts, I was getting a lot of AEW vibes when he was eating muffins for that infamous
Oh, yeah, when he was eating muffins, or even that moment. I can't remember, what was it he was drinking at the press conference when he was like, I'm old, I'm fucking tired, and I work with fucking children. He had like 20 cans of something, and he doesn't drink or do drugs. So I was like, these just look like really fucking hard non-alcoholic seltzers, like.
Yeah. But look, that was then, but this is now, and we just had a great match, a WWE event in Clash of the Castle, and we're looking forward for Clash of the Castle in Ireland. Did I just say that? Did I just say that? Let's move on. Let's move on.
Bring it home, boys. Sheamus gets the title.
So that was Clash of the Castle. Now let's talk about RCW. Say hello to my little friend. And Phil, yourself and Jerry had a chance to attend it. Unfortunately, I was done with the sickness, so I couldn't make this one. A lot has happened. And of course, Ray Murphy experienced RCW himself through the grapevine and all. And what you think, boy?
Me, man, that was my first. So I've been a lifelong wrestling fan, but not to the point where I could ever afford to go to like live shows and stuff. I'm 28 now. My first ever wrestling show, my first ever live wrestling show was 2018. I got to see WWE in Dublin in the fucking O2 Arena or whatever it was, the Tree Arena. And I've never been to an indie show. I've watched a lot of indie wrestling. This was my first indie show. There were fans people I knew at this show, like, and they were telling me, oh man, the crowd isn't usually this small, or like it's not usually this like low energy. I was like, low fucking energy? Are you kidding me? The show from start to finish was, in my mind, absolutely brilliant. I have a couple of anecdotes about some of the matches. The first thing I got to say though is there was a guy, CBL, the Longford kid.
Yeah.
Hop Longford. Absolute tragedy what happened to him. Absolute fucking tragedy what happened to him. I like watching that main event, and then like, because they built it at the start of the night. They built that fight, and like the match was going so well. And then for him to get carted off like that, just so early in, I think it was Phil, was that like 5 minutes into the match?
Yeah, it was like between 5 to 6 minutes. It was weird because this is his first match back after a bad injury, and now he's out again.
Yeah. Whether it was story or not, like I think
I saw on Twitter. Did you see him on Twitter? Like he put a picture.
I have not. I've yet to follow.
Yeah, he put a picture up on Twitter. His head was cracked open bad.
Man, that spot that caused it was absolutely insane. I went to my girlfriend and her friends after the show, and they were like, "How's the show?" And I was like, "You would not believe what I just saw at my first ever indie show." Because like earlier in the night, you had in the tag match, you had the spot where what were there? I'm very new to RCW wrestlers now. The guys with the money
match. Yeah, more money. Yeah, more money.
More money, less problems. Was it?
Yeah.
The smaller of the two got put through this table, and then you had the EMT come out and take him away, which was like, that's a spot that happens. But for it to happen twice in one night, I was like, nah, there's something up here. Yeah. And it kind of seemed like we were getting to the end of the show. And then Haskins, who I have to say as well, congratulations on being a dual champion, because that first match, he put on an absolute banger. And then to run in last minute at the end of the night, still like in his normal garb, in his normal clothes, and win a world title was fucking unbelievable. I enjoyed every single second of that. But I do have to say, like, my heart goes out to CBL, man. Like, it was kind of clear to me he was going to win that title, and it's a fucking crying shame he didn't, because the fans, for a fella from Longford down in Cork, and earlier in the night, I'm sure, Phil, you remember people chanting that Ballymun's a kip. Like, yeah. For a fella from Longford to be the hero was absolutely insane to me, and like it was a sad ending, but at the same time, it left the show with a strong ending too, I feel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of great things on it. Like, this is probably the most energetic in-ring action of this in a while. Matches were there was not a bad match on this card.
No,
I mean, throughout, like, even as you said, the opening match, the Rebel Championship, so that could be the main event in any show. Yeah. And that was the opening match.
That was the Rebel Championship was a serious showcase. Oh my god.
Yeah. I know Matt loves Robbie X. It was a shame to see him lose.
Yeah. I know I've been a fan of Robbie X the moment I saw him in Progress, and getting to see him in Rebel X, in the Rebel X division in RCW, first taking on Richards. It's upsetting, but look, he had a hell of a run with that title. He actually flat out said he'd be a defending champion when he won the first time, and that's exactly what he did. But we'll have a rematch on the line, lads. And for those, Ray, you got a chance to witness it. For those who hasn't witnessed Robbie X, you're in for one. But yeah, and when it comes to actually having them in the pavilion, we actually talked with Billy about this. I think it was you or Jerry Feld said this. But the moment you walk in, you don't just see the pavilion. You get like the ECW ballroom vibe
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah.
And the being so close to the ring, just being surrounded by wrestling fans. And I meet people at like at RCW, and we were talking about RCW, and they said, "Oh, you're watching WWE this weekend?" And they'll say, "Oh, I don't watch WWE." They just follow the independent scene. And I
They
was
just
like,
enjoy RCW.
they
Yeah.
just enjoy RCW and independent wrestling in general, and that's kind of what I feel like is so magical. Is like I'm friends with non-wrestling fans, and they said, "Yeah, we're gonna go to a show for the laugh." I'm like, go! It is an experience, and I'm just gutted that I didn't get a chance to go to this show. It's my first RCW show that I didn't go to,
Yeah.
and I feel like so much has fucking happened. But Mark Haskins winning the RCW title.
Well, interim title. It's not the actual title.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so catch me up. Does that mean we're gonna have champion versus champion? Oh,
Yep.
Richards and
Definitely, yeah. 100%.
okay, yeah, rematch happening down the line, lads. We probably one of the best RCW matches was Owen Richards taking on Mark Haskins a while back. So seeing this happening in full phase,
Yeah, I
we're gonna
don't
be
know when it's going to happen because there's a show next month. I don't think it's at that one.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, and I think the show that Phil was mentioning, for those who didn't get a chance to go see RCW, for those who loves RCW, for those who want to experience it for the first time and missed this one, like I did, the show is RCW -1. It is on July the 20th, same place, have Cork City. Doors open at 5:30. The first bell starts at 6 o'clock. And we got someone actually not driving, not taking the bus all the way, but all the way from Northern Ireland. He's marching his way down to
I
Cork.
saw him on the poster.
He is the beast of Belfast. He is Big Dino.
Fucking Dino.
He's going to make his RCW debut. And whoever he's going to be wrestling against, God help you. God help you. That's all we're saying. And like Ray said at the beginning, CBL, he's a listener to the wrestling podcast. He's a friend of ours. We got a chance to interview him a while back. So he will be back soon, knowing him, lads. So he will be back. But yeah, that was RCW, lads.
There
And
was a
do we have
couple
any
of
more?
other little things on it as well that I thought were quite interesting. Rory O'Hagan was the new GM. He
Is he
actually
actually-
Yes.
he did a really good job actually. First night on the job, he did really good, and he was well able to engage the crowd. I thought that he was very good at that. Yeah, I think he got the crowd going a lot. I really love Rory. He's very, very good. It really was. He
Yeah.
was
And
very impressive.
he's a wrestling fan, so this might be a big dream come true.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but
he's,
like it's the first show that he's coming into. He probably doesn't even know what to expect himself. But it was so good. Really, really well. Really, really went down well. Also during Ravens match with Steve Savage, the finish was bizarre.
Oh, Raven Green Steve Savage was fantastic.
Yeah, the finish was weird.
yeah.
But
Oh, the clown fellas. What was that?
yeah, there was a
That
guy
was
in a clown mask.
amazing.
Yeah, there was a guy in a clown mask
What
came
is
down.
this?
Huh?
So I think what happened was the ref gets knocked out. Steve Savage is about to like take the win. Raven Creed's out. And next thing, like the lights go black and there was like this like laughing track. It was like a very Joker-esque thing. And then I kind of looked away for 2 seconds because I was looking at the what we would consider the Titantron. And I looked back and there was a fella in a clown mask in a referee jersey, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like who? And then another guy came in behind, and they just bait Steve Savage with it looked like a crowbar, I think. Put him down, and then put Raven over. Got Raven over in the match in the end. But it was just the way it happened was very Boogeyman or even Bray Wyatt-esque. Like, it was interesting. So I'm interested to see who these two are coming in now.
Yeah, so you're definitely going to be at -1 anyway. That's how we're going to get in.
I'm there.
Yeah.
Big Damo plus like all that story last week. Like, I can't wait.
Yeah, as long as did Ray actually Raven use his her stick? We discovered her stick during the interview.
No, she didn't use a stick, but the clown did.
Okay, the clown did at least, so that's
Yeah.
it. All right, well, that was RCW, another fantastic show. Well done to Billy Bedlam, the crew, everyone on the PAV. Roll on for the next one. Phil, do we have any more news to wrap before we wrap things
There
up?
was a couple of bits of news there over the weekend. Jeff Hardy is back in TNA.
Oh,
He is.
nice.
Yeah,
He looked very healthy. He looked very healthy.
Yeah, to the Hardy Boys music as well.
Yeah, the fucking original theme song on TNA was very strange to see. Like, when it happened on AEW, you were kind of like, oh, that's because they want Cody to have his original song for WWE. Fair trade. But on TNA, like you would think maybe he'd go back to one of the old bangers he had back in like 2008, you know what I mean? But it was good to see the classic theme song too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
AJ Styles is heading to Noah is another one.
he is, yeah. I think that's why we said he's going to take a bit of a break.
Yeah.
Never know. He might have a match with Mr. LJ Cleary. Never say never, lad.
Never say never. And also as well, Ricochet is officially done with WWE.
Yeah.
Bullshit way for him to leave story-wise, but
Yeah.
he's better off wherever he goes next. Like, he's gonna have big things coming for him. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like we talked about him, but the world is oyster. I personally would love to see Ricochet taking on Robbie X.
Yeah.
That's just me saying it loud after anyone seeing that. Two bald
RC dub.
Two bald fellas just flinging over the ring. My cup of tea. I might join in, but you know, I have a thing. But anyway. And what else now?
Not really much other stuff. Only Raw tonight with Uncle Howdy. That'll be revealed.
Possibly.
So next week we'll have a lot to talk about with that because I'm not even sure what to expect with that.
Never say never in WWE these days, lads.
And also the ongoing NXT and TNA stuff is intriguing. Apparently there's a lot of TNA wrestlers in the Battle Royal tomorrow night on NXT.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Are we thinking
like there's
the NXT crowd is gonna believe?
What's that?
Sorry, I was thinking. Do you think the NXT crowd is about to believe in Joe Hendry?
They could. There's 25 superstars in it, so there could be 6 or 7 NXT or TNA. So we'll see.
Now we all believe in Joe Hendry. I believe him. I listen to his songs every day to get him on the tracks.
Because the winner of this Battle Royal fights Trick at the next NXT. So we will see.
That is coming.
What was the other thing, actually? Just one last thing before we do finish up. I did see a Joe Henry billboard in Glasgow.
Was there actually a Joe Hendry? It wasn't photoshopped.
No, it was real. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, welcome home, Joe Hendry. When I saw that, I was like, oh, he needs to show up to Clash of the Castle, but no,
he was on TNA that same night, so
yeah.
Why are we talking about it? If we could just say talk to him right now, Joe Hendry. No, we say his name. He'll appear one day. But
I am not gonna lie, I was fully expecting him to like pop his head behind you there. I thought you were holding that surprise the whole time.
Yeah, unless Phil doesn't editing magic, but like we never know. But yeah, Jerry actually had a chance to interview Joe Hendry. You can check that out on our YouTube channel, along with interviews from Clash of the Castle. And we had, and Seven said, it's been an amazing week for WrestleSlam. Busy days away for wrestling. So all we got to say is cheers for watching. Cheers for listening in, lads. Any closing words, Ray, Phil?
Enjoy wrestling.
Enjoy wrestling. Ray, your turn on the spot.
Love wrestling, love each other, and follow me at Crew Comedy on Instagram.
If you want just top quality comedy, that's where you can find them, lads. All right, well, thanks for watching, lads. Thanks for listening, and stay classy. Always stay classy. And have a classy day. Cheers, guys.